You're watching Batesi TV.
Very good evening and welcome to Batesi TV Spotlight. I'm Joe Tankio and I'll be bringing you today's top local stories. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, who also holds the finance portfolio, presented a 1,970 crore rupees deficit budget for the financial year 2025-2026. According to the budget estimates, the state government anticipates a total revenue receipts of 30,415 crore rupees. This includes 25,591 crore rupees from regular sources of revenue and 4,824 crore rupees from additional income, excluding a loan component of 4,788 crore rupees. Thus, the estimated actual revenue stands at 25,627 crore rupees. On the expenditure side, the government has projected a total spending of 30,003 crore rupees. Out of this, 20,556 crore rupees will be for planned annual expenditures, while 9,447 crore rupees is allocated for unforeseen and other expenses, excluding the debt repayment amount of 2,406 crore rupees. The estimated actual expenditure for this financial year is 27,597 crore rupees. After accounting for both revenue and expenditure, the government anticipates a fiscal deficit of 1,970 crore rupees for the year. Leaders of the Hinyo Trep Youth Council today submitted a memorandum to the Chief Executive Member of the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, Ba Shem Borlang Renja, urging the council to ensure that all recruitment within the council strictly follows the provisions of the Service Rules 1961 and such recruitment is conducted in a fair and transparent manner without misuse of power or illegal appointments as had allegedly occurred in previous years, as highlighted in the 2019 CAG report. HYC President Roy Kupar Sinram stated that the organization had also recommended that the KHADC fully implements the provisions of the Khasi Hills District Trading by Non-Tribals Regulation 1954 and its corresponding rules. Additionally, they suggested that trading licenses for non-tribals should only be issued to individuals who are permanent residents of the state. The organization also urged the chief executive member to take stringent measures to curb illegal business practices and prevent people from misusing tribal names to operate business on behalf of non-tribal traders through Benami transactions. They also called for strict penalties against individuals found engaging in such fraudulent activities. UDP MLA from Nongpok constituency, Ba Merrill Bonds Aim, raised a discussion in the State Legislative Assembly regarding the need for various developmental projects in the border areas of Meghalaya and Assam, particularly concerning road connectivity. Several MLAs participated in the discussion, urging the government to introduce development initiatives to ease the hardships faced by residents in those areas. In response, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma stated that the government has invested crores of rupees to bring development, especially road infrastructure, through the PWD Roads Department and the Interstate Border Area Development Program. Additionally, he mentioned that the government also is taking necessary steps to support villages along the Bangladesh border and that previously closed border huts have now been reopened. Despite certain challenges in Bangladesh's governance, he assured that almost all border huts are now functional. Maurangkreng constituency MLA by Heavingstone Karpran raised concerns in the State Assembly over the disappearance of a 45-year-old man from his constituency in Soronkam, identified as Ba Kastarbok Karbuli. Despite 4 months of police investigation, he remains missing. But Kharpran emphasized that the disappearance has affected not just the family, but the entire community. He urged the police to intensify efforts to locate him rather than remaining passive. In response, Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, who also oversees the police department, stated that upon receiving the complaint from the family, police personnel from the Soronkam outpost began investigations and launched a search operation. The police have also notified all district police stations and even those in neighboring states. A search and rescue team was also deployed in multiple locations, but no leads have been found so far. He assured that the police would continue the search until Kastabak Karbuli is found. Responding to questions raised by Rupa M. Marat, the TMC MLA from Dadengre constituency, Agriculture Minister Dr. Amperine Lingdo informed the Assembly that in 2021-2022, farmers in 8 districts went through severe damage to betel nut plantations due to pest infestations. The affected areas span approximately 1,968 hectares. Dr. Amperine stated that the government provided financial assistance amounting to 6.8 crore rupees to 3,005 farmers, including those cultivating betel nuts, cashew nuts, and oranges. She also mentioned that an additional 5 crore rupees has been allocated under the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana scheme this year to further support affected farmers. Several MLAs, including Amlarem MLA Lakman Rumbui, joined the discussion, highlighting the severity of the pest problem and urged the government to take long-term measures to prevent future infestations. The Voice of the People Party MLA from Maulai constituency, Bright Starwell Marbanyang, raised a deliberation in the State Assembly regarding the statement made by Minister Kermen Shala to the media, in which he said, "Let the people of Jaintia decide on the railway issue. Outsiders should not interfere." VPP MLAs, including Bright Starwell Marbanyang, Nongkrem MLA Arden Miller Basayamoit, and North Shillong MLA Arabert Nongrum, strongly criticized Kermen Shala's statement, particularly the phrase, "outsiders should not interfere." But Marbanyang questioned the meaning of outsiders in this context. But Nongrum added that if he were in Kermen's place, he would simply apologize for the mistake, and that would be the end of the matter. But Arden further argued that such a statement plants the seed of ethnic division, as Khasi Jaintia people are part of the same community. On the other hand, United Democratic Party MLAs, including Renington Lingdot Tongkar, Lakman Rumbui, and Nujorki Sungo, supported Kermen Shala's statement. They asserted that the issue should be decided by the people, as democracy empowers them to choose whether they want railways or not. Leader of the opposition, Dr. Mukul Sangma, warned against statements that could cause division. He emphasized the need for responsible discussions, as inflammatory remarks can deepen political and ethnic rifts. Later, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma responded, acknowledging that the railway debate is not just about railway connectivity, but also concerns fears over the influx of outsiders. He stated that further consultations are needed with the people to ensure that any decision reflects the majority's concerns and interests. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed the State Assembly that the government has introduced the Market Intervention Scheme to assist brooms and betel nut farmers in case of a significant drop in prices. According to the scheme, if the market price of broom falls to 35 rupees per kilo, the government will purchase it at rupees 55 per kilo. In the initial phase, the government will buy 800 kilograms per farmer and aims to cover 12,000 farmers. However, only 183 farmers have registered so far. Similarly, if betel nut prices drop to rupees 87.50 paisa per kilo, The government will buy it at 110 rupees per kilo. Initially, 400 kilograms per farmer will be purchased, covering 10,000 farmers. The chief minister clarified that the scheme will only be implemented if market prices fall below the reasonable level. If prices remain stable, farmers are encouraged to sell their produce at the regular markets. Responding to concerns raised by MLAs regarding education, teacher salaries, and poor school infrastructure, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma explained that schools in the state fall into different categories, namely government schools, SSA schools, ad hoc and deficit schools. He clarified that when ad hoc teachers do not receive their salaries, it is not the government's direct responsibility, as their salaries are managed by school managing committees, with the government only providing financial assistance. Regarding dilapidated school buildings, the chief minister pointed out that government-run schools receive proper infrastructure support and the government takes responsibility for their maintenance. However, for ad hoc and deficit schools, the government only provides financial aid and the responsibility for maintenance primarily lies with the school founders. He stated that while the government spends around 1,000 crore rupees to support these schools, it does not own them, and the full burden of their management should not be placed on the state. Superintendent of Police Traffic K. Prasad has urged the All Meghalaya Khasi Tourist Taxi Association to refrain from making baseless accusations against the police, warning that such false claims would have legal consequences. His statement comes in response to the association's allegation that the traffic police unfairly target local tourist taxis while allowing vehicles from Assam to park in restricted areas. The association also accused the police of taking bribes. Refuting the allegation, SP Prasad stated that an internal investigation found no evidence of bribery. He also recalled the meeting last year between the police and 9 tourist taxi associations, including the complainants. In that meeting, it was agreed that the tourist taxis would only park in the designated parking lot near the State Bank of India, while allowing tourist taxis to park in Kandalat during early morning hours until 7:30 a.m. for passenger pickup. SP Prasad stated that daytime parking is restricted to prevent traffic congestion in the area. And that wraps up today's edition of Spotlight on Batesi TV. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, wishing you a wonderful evening.